Oh, hello, YouTube. This is a short little react we're doing here because my chat doesn't know of the history of the mangaka of Rurouni and Kenshin and his many horrible acts. So found this video that is a small little 6-minute video by the Masked Man. I don't know if this will go over all the things that I remember hearing about what happened to him and what other mangaka supported him on, which I feel disgusted by. But we'll see, because yeah, no, horrible things he did. Stop trying to instigate fights with YouTube. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, boom.
If you asked me to make a list out of the best series to release in Shonen Jump, or just in the Shonen demographic period, I would talk about Rurouni Kenshin. It's easily one of my favorite series of all time. An amazing story with amazing antagonists such as Shishio Makoto, great side characters, and one of the best main characters ever in Kenshin himself. It's an amazing story of how this character goes through childhood.
Oh, also, I don't know if it will bring it up, but good lord, the intro for this goes so hard. The band is called Judy and Mary. Please check out the song. It's so fucking good. Unironically, it goes so hard. Unequivocally, one of my favorite anime OPs. Anyway, continuing on.
Tribulations and tries to move on from his past. Someone who's found a peaceful way of living, but is sort of tempted to enter violence. Something that has recently become very popular with the character of Thorfinn, although that is done in a very different direction. The author of that series has sold over 72 million copies.
I actually don't know much about that. I actually don't know much about the series.
That's not entirely what he's remembered for. Rurouni Kenshin is one of the most influential series of the 90s regarding shonen. It was written by Nobuhiro Watsuki, or real name Nobuhiro.
I should probably preface this that my relation to this is that I watched this when it was like the 90s series. I watched the original 90s series. I never watched the 2023 remake. I still think, though, that you're never going to beat the 90s version for me just because it was so good. It just has a really good ending. It just looked so pretty. And just, the humor just hits different. It's hard to explain.
Nishiwaki, and was published from 1994 to 1999. The series, reported in 2019, has sold over 72 million copies. It is without doubt one of the defining series of the 90s.
Just look
with
at
an
these scenes.
Incredible story, incredible characters, and in my opinion, one of the best endings I've read within a manga, especially to come out of Shonen Jump. But on top of being massively successful as a series, it would be the series that it would go on to inspire and have a direct tie to that would be just as large as the series itself. It would be one of the main inspirations for Gintama, one of the most iconic shonen series to ever be released, but on top of all of that, it would be the person that Watsuki would take in, mentor, and have work for him as an assistant. That would be Eiichiro Oda, who helped work on Rurouni Kenshin at the age of 19. What more could someone really ask for? In an industry that is as grueling and demanding as the manga one, to have a breakout and successful series, and go on to mentor the individual who would have the by far best-selling manga of all time, you've pretty much made it. On top of all of that, there would later be released Rurouni Kenshin films, the first one itself bringing in over 6...
Again, not one I've actually seen. I kind of want to see it now, but again, I don't know how to... Again, my feelings are mixed on it because of what I know about the mangaka. So
$60 million worldwide.
60 million, that's crazy.
Himself sits at a net worth of around $5 million. And while although in net worth he's outclassed by the likes of Togashi, Akira Toriyama, Isayama, Kishimoto, and well, Oda himself, based off of the net worths that we've been able to track, the author of Rurouni Kenshin would actually land near the top 10 highest net worth for mangaka all time. In terms of legacy, he's pretty much set. And in terms of financial status, he's also incredible set for his entire life. However, there would be heartbreaking news that would be revealed in the year 2017 regarding Watsuki. It would turn out that there was an investigation done, and he was found in possession of over 100 CDs containing CP. Now, I am someone who completely believes in innocent until proven guilty, but these are not allegations. These were crimes that...
This is why they say never meet your heroes, chat, and this is fucking one of them. When I found out about this, I honestly was like really violently ill. Like, I grew up with this series as like a kid, and it was just a heartwarming tale about redemption. And then, you know, you find out about this, right? Like, God, it's absolutely disgusting. And unfortunately, I think it gets worse, which is sad to say.
Suki himself pleaded guilty towards, admitting his interest and his liking towards very young girls. In his confession, he said, quote, he liked girls in late elementary school to around second year of middle school.
Ew.
Quote. Now, the punishment for this in Japan
why did he
is
specify?
A year in prison and a fine of $10,000 USD. However, he was able to get free, only having to pay a fine of $2,500 US.
He got to be a PDF file for just $2,500. What the fuck is wrong? My brother in Christ, he had CDs full of these, and he gets away with it for just that low of a cost? What kind of fucking example are you setting? What the fuck?
Now, some other sources claim it was $1,900, but the point is he only had to pay around $2,000, not close to the $10,000 fine, and was completely
not even nearly
able to
close.
avoid jail time.
It's not even half, it's a quarter.
Was found indicted of possession of it and owning these DVDs as well as purchasing them since July of 2015.
Jeez.
They were able to find this in his office in Tokyo. And what I find to be almost as concerning as the crimes he committed was the fact that none of this was considered illegal until 2015. To put that in perspective, the United States, in order to protect children from sexual exploitation, passed its first piece of legislation against this, banning CP all the way back in 1977. I'm honestly not even all that shocked, sadly, considering the sheer amount of lolly things that exist in Japan, but that's I don't even want to get into that topic. The man who created one of the defining series of his generation,
the whole lolly thing, I'm never gonna understand it.
And would go on to mentor the most successful and iconic author in all of manga.
Sorry, weird rant, I know, but I'm tired and
because of his
I'm mad.
Actions. In fact, it was to the point that when my little brother heard about the author of Rurouni Kenshin, that was one of the first things he's brought up. My brother has never read Rurouni Kenshin yet. And so it's one of those things where despite the great legacy he would have had, his actions have caused his reputation to be forever ruined. Now,
one of the best romances written
a little bit of an interesting discussion regarding separating the art from the artist. Now, me personally, I don't believe in drawing that line for other people, because if I'm going to be brutally honest, I think people are really willing to draw that line until it's something that they really enjoy or their favorite thing ever. There are countless examples of this in music industry.
Not the why. Oh, not the whole why thing. Oh, God. Okay, if anyone doesn't have context for that, during a time, Kanye was very much against a certain group of people to a unhealthy degree where he started resembling another group of people that I will not name. Rhymes with smotsy, and was praising the works of Schmittler. I am doing this for my own safety. Please understand of why I am saying it in such a manner. But for the love of God, like, this kind of shit, and yet people will still support their work. I understand that I liked Rurouni Kenshin, and I still do, but I just don't want to support it anymore due to the fucking fact that I love that I say that after I glazed it. I glazed like the intro earlier, but I'm separating the intro from the person, or I'm separating the intro from the series. I'm allowed to do that, at least. I can not glaze the series and not support him at the same time while still enjoying the music. Those are two separate entities in my head. But do you see what I mean? Also, I think isn't that Kevin Spacey as well? Oops. Hold on. There we go. That's Kevin Spacey, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's Kevin Spacey, I believe. Another actor who did terrible things. Things that I, again, list.
Industry, and as well as other forms of entertainment that
I think it is.
Very influential.
Yeah, that's Kevin Spacey, I remember.
Accused or charged of very serious things,
and Bill Cosby. Oh, we got everything.
The consumption of their art. Let's just say it wasn't the author of Rurouni Kenshin. Let's just say it was Kubo, Oda, or Kishimoto. I pray to God that this never happens. But say
Hopefully
one
not.
day news were to break out that one of them did something incredibly controversial, problematic, or just downright criminal. I doubt anybody would really be stopping the consumption of their series, and if some people did, I doubt they would do so quietly. They would do it publicly on social media, so they look morally upstanding. Now, let me clarify. That's just my personal stance on separating the art from the artist. I think it can be done, but if you personally aren't comfortable with doing it so regarding certain things, that's totally respectable. Nonetheless, I found it incredibly disturbing when I looked into the information regarding what the author of Rurouni Kenshin had done, as I was somewhat aware of it, but I wasn't sure if he had gone to prison or not. And the part of it that concerned me the most was the laws in Japan.
Yes, because it wasn't even illegal at the time.
Little, only a year in prison and a fine of 10,000 USD. He got away with only paying $2.5 grand. And on top of all of that, the fact that this wasn't banned until 2015 is the most concerning part. I don't even want to imagine all of the cases and people that could have been participating in this before the year of...
Brother, how... Listen, I don't want to say that a whole country is corrupt without, like, too much proof, but, like, I don't know, maybe someone in the comments can tell me if, like, there is, like, some odd levels of corruption in Japan about this kind of stuff. Because to not have child protection laws till 2015... My brother in Christ, even in America where we're still like, we're only a few hundred years old, we're still shaking off the fucking baby deer legs. We set that up in 1977, and there's a lot of terrible things that happened in 1977. Like, come on. Like, be real here. What the fuck?
2015 and completely got away scot-free, since that's something they couldn't be charged for. Now, as to what Watsuki's been up to recently, I believe he's continued Rurouni Kenshin, adding some side story spin-offs, and on top of all of that, Rurouni Kenshin will be getting an anime remake done by Leiden Films.
Yeah, this is the 2023 remake.
Leiden Films was the one responsible for the Berserk 2016 adaptation, but I...
Oh, I didn't need to be reminded that existed. Chat, no matter what, it does not exist. Chat, no matter what, it does not exist. 2016 Berserk does not exist. There was no Berserk in 2016. Have I made myself clear? God, what a fucking...
Could be mistaken on that, so don't quote me. Nonetheless, I think it's a massive shame that one of the most influential and popular series of the 90s that would go on to have an even bigger impact in the manga industry due to its ties to its most...
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Dude, reputation or not, if they know people are gonna watch it, then why the hell not? That's the unfortunate problem. Like, they'll greenlight shit no matter what the fucking reputation is, because if they know the series will make them money, why would they not? Fucking greed. Greed to the highest degree. Yeah, fucking... You know what? It was short, sweet, but...
will forever be tied to such a terrible thing.
Great video by the Masked Man. Love that. It was short, sweet, but really, like, I loved how that went.